Right, just a bit of an update. I fixed these rails in place now, but what I want to just talk about is this panel here. Underneath this panel there's two big block electrical connectors that connect into this unit here, this I can't remember what it's called now. But anyway, it was all covered in dirt and muck and all that being kicked off by the back wheel. So what I did is, now that I've got these fixed in place, these two rails, which is part of this under tray, I've actually sealed it with mastic. So I cleaned it all out. There's a little stud there that fixes in, but this side here hangs down quite a bit. So I configured it so I've silicone sealed all the top bit here, but just left it a little bit open at the bottom, so any water that does come in there can come out. So this rectifier, I'm obviously not going to cover that up because that needs to cool down. What I will say is when you fit these sort of rails in place, like I've done, there's about two more of these little stud things that sit proud. So obviously for this to make flat, like that over there, for that to be flat, those two little stud things need to come out. So that's where we are with that. Let's just go around to this side. So right, that's the rail in place now, and I've painted that flat black, and it comes back to here, and it connects. This tray here is, by the way, which I've cut off the original where the original indicator sits. It's now sort of forced over. It's not quite the right shape. This hole here lines up, but might need to move that around to get it to sit in the right position. But don't need any of this. I can cut all that off if I need to, because this part is what counts. Now the new the new indicator is actually here at the end, and obviously I'll have to wire that up separately. So that's sort of what it looks like from there. Now this aluminium plate, oh, that's what I want to talk about, was the end. Because the end is now square, and it does look terrible, this bit here, I could round it off, but then I'll expose that piece in there, so there's no need really. What I think I'll do with the tail tidy is I'll basically get rid of all this and move the number plate up to here, so the number plate will sort of cover this. But that's for another job. The main job today is to get these bags on. Alright, so what I've done is I've made up these plates which will bolt to the rail, and what I'm going to do next is these are the bags, and this is one of the bags. So the bag is going to sit basically somewhere about there, so you can still see that the detail of that piece there, and you've still got the room for the indicator at the end. Obviously I can move this to any height I want. So what I'll do is I'll actually pop rivet this plate onto the back of the bag first, and then drill the holes through the bag to pick up these bolts, and then it will be bolted straight onto the rail. So that's the next job to do. Once that's all done and sort of working, that's the other thing I want to talk about was the wheel clearance. So let's just move this lamp out of the way. Oh, we can use it actually. Well, I don't think you can see that, but you just see the plate hanging down there. Hang on, this wire's in the way. Let's move that out of the way. Right, can you? I don't know if you can see that properly, but you can see where that aluminium plate hangs down, and the wheel clearance, which is here. So that wheel bouncing up and down, it's got room to move. Now the other reason why I made these aluminium was so when the bag is on there, I will be able to bend it out from the wheel a bit more. So it's the same on the other side. Obviously you can't tell on the other side because I haven't got the aluminium plate in place. But yeah, so that's where we're at. One mistake I did make when I was disassembling this whole unit, I managed to drop. Let's get this. I managed to drop this light, and I basically cracked the lens, which I'm not very happy about, because I mastic jointed the lens back in, and I put some indicator lens tape or lens tape on the inside, but it just looks shit. So it just looks, yeah, it just looks shit. So I don't know what to do there. I don't know where to cover the whole thing with lens tape to make it an all sort of. Nah, I'll just buy a new one, or buy some other sort of rear tail light. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But I'm not happy about that. I was pissed when it happened. I literally just dropped it on the floor and done that much damage, which I'm not happy about, because I quite like these. These LEDs are really bright. They're really good. It's really good. I really do like that. And I priced up on a parts site on the internet, and this retails for about £100. I don't think you can't buy the lens by itself. It's basically a one unit job, so it's an expensive thing to have to do, really. But there you go. Anyway, that's my moan over. I shall crack on with this and show you where we are later on. Thank you.